Before our 10 minutes start, I just wanted to let you know that there is a survey in the show notes for where you want to see me on the internet, whether that is social media or a newsletter, or if you just need to be reminded that Discord existed and you can hop on in. I also have a new Blue Sky account for all of my projects, which is linked down below. Thank you very much, and your 10 minutes starts now. Hello and welcome back to Fake Gamer Bro. We are doing another Games of the Week where we talk about the games we've been playing this week or, at some point for 10 minutes. And I have a new guest to Fake Gamer Bro, Rain. Hello, Rain.
Hello.
So it's so funny because the new games I've been playing, I can't talk about yet because they're going to be talked about on another episode. So I've just been kind of playing the same stuff. I did actually try out. So there were these two games that I had downloaded that I hadn't played yet that just what, I want to check this out. One was Neopets. There's a Neopets game. Did you ever get into Neopets?
See, here's the hilarity is that I loved the little Neopet plushies,
Yeah.
but I was never allowed on the computer around the time that Neopets is a huge thing. So I've never been a part of the online.
That's fair. I kind of want to go back to Neopets. I don't know how many games they still have since it was a lot of Flash games. And I was kind of hoping because the game that I downloaded that I can't tell you what it is because I already deleted it. It'll be in the show notes. It's a fairy one because they have, they got the fairies, they got the dragon stuff, and they got all the stuff. And so I was hoping it was going to be the fairy bubble pop because that was one of the main fairy games, the fairy themed game. But it was just a match 3, and the player is just a light fairy, like a girl light fairy. I don't think they have any guy fairies. But and then after I did a couple match 3 meshes, it's okay, well now you can put this outfit on this entirely other character that's not you. No. Outfits are for me.
I want the outfits. I've earned the outfits.
Right. I don't want it to give it to this fucking Fraggle Rock looking fairy. I don't know what's going on with this fairy, a dragon fairy, I guess. But no, I get the clothes. If I don't get the clothes, what's the point? I mean, I kind of wasn't into the match 3. I have other match 3 games to play if I want to play match 3 games. And I was really hoping this is Bubble Pop. And I didn't look at the description before I downloaded.
It's the why can I not also be rewarded in this? I'm doing the work. At least give me some sort of reward. I've been
Right.
good. I played your game. Let me
I played your
enjoy
game
myself.
and I'm giving this weird looking thing an outfit and not me. That's another thing. Is it's just this is going to be your buddy, and I'm I don't want that as my buddy actually.
I want to be fashionable. I don't care about the buddy system.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the other game was I think Age of Empires, which I don't think I've ever played an Age of Empires game. And I started it and it was cutscenes and I'm you know what? I actually don't like this type of game. The one reason to bring it up is that one of the cutscenes is you see an arrow flying at your protagonist,
Uh-huh.
and it is the longest flying arrow animation I have seen. It takes so long. The horse rears back and I'm oh, it's gonna hit the horse instead of her. That's gonna suck. But no, the horse rears back and then someone manages to jump in front of it and get hit with the arrow and die instead. And I'm that was so much time. That horse could have bolted out of there. But that's it. That's all I have to bring from that game because otherwise I didn't super care about it.
It has to be just that touch extra.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was expecting something more like Civilization. I guess I've just never played Age of Empires and I just had a different idea. This is again, I've brought 2 games to the table that I did not read the description of before downloading and then got mad that it wasn't the game that I thought it was and never advertised itself as.
You lied to me, game that never once spoke to me.
Yeah, this isn't even one of those fake advertisements Evany is always trying to say it's a different game than what it is. Evany, I played you on browser back in the 2000s. I know what kind of game you are. It's not any of this.
I know you. Don't lie to me. Gosh.
Yeah, but even back then it had advertisements. You know the sidebar advertisements where it's just like some barely clothed, big boobed woman asking you to play her game. I'm
The
like,
big
Ebony,
boobas, yes.
yeah, it's like she exists nowhere in your game, Ebony.
Don't lie to me.
Pretty much. And I guess it's just always been like that. Are you? I mean, I know I brought you on here, but are you a big mobile game player? I think you said you hadn't been playing much recently, but what are mobile games you like?
I used to play a few different mobile games. I have a friend from work who's trying to get me into playing crap. What was the name? It was like Children of the Sky, Children of Light, or something like that.
Yeah,
It's on my tablet and I don't have it near me, so I can't look at it.
that's fine.
I've
What kind of game
I've
was it?
I think it's more of like an adventure, like it's a very mild, very laid back. It's more aesthetically pleasing, which I
Hmm,
don't mind. I just haven't really had time to get that far into it.
that's fair. I have
And
definitely been playing more Dragon Age than mobile games, which is why I don't have a lot of new stuff to bring.
I know I since since now usually I'm able to reliably use my big computer. I've mostly just been playing a lot of like Steam games, like Phasmophobia has been a big one because they had, just recently they had their Halloween update, and so I was working towards getting the achievements and getting like a little ID card for that, and I'm happy that managed to get it. Um, I do have a couple of like mobile games that I still have on mine, which one of them's not surprising and the other one I'm not sure if you heard of. I still have Pokemon Go on my
Oh
phone.
yeah,
Though
yeah,
I think that's also just because I'm scared of like what for whatever reason of losing like any progress that I might have made because I have a shiny Umbreon
oh yeah.
and I do not want him to disappear into the ether. That is my baby. And even though I don't really touch the game anymore, I don't want to lose him.
Yeah, that's fair. It should be good with backups, but I know I think I mentioned before that Pokemon Sleep um had a bug with a backup shortly after that it was released, and so my phone broke, and so I lost some of my shiny Pokemon and I had to restart a new thing. But the good thing with Pokemon Go is if you have Pokemon Home, you can send your Pokemon there, so you can like take them to games you actually do play with Pokemon. But then you can't take anything back to Pokemon Go if you want to play that again. But
Which
that's
sadly I don't.
yeah. But yeah, so if you have Pokemon Home, you can always transfer it
I
over to other Pokemon games.
I might try to look into that. Sadly, I don't really have any other Pokemon games. Like I have a
Oh,
Nintendo Switch, but I've like been contemplating which, because I've never actually played a Pokemon game other than Go. And so it's like, God, what do I even want to get? I've only got the Switch because I gave away my 3DS and my Nintendo DS Lite however long ago, which that was a stupid mistake.
yeah.
But uh
Well, definitely off episode, I will give you Pokemon recommendations if you would like them.
oh, absolutely. I am always a sucker for recommendations.
Yeah, there's also a lot of just Pokemon mobile games. Like there's a Pokemon Cafe, there's a Magikarp Jump, there's Pokemon Unite. There's another one Pokemon Masters X, which was just a real bad naming because there's like hashtag Masters X, Masters
Mhm.
Sex. So it's just like you should have thought about that, Pokemon. Um, but
You screwed up ever so lightly. You screwed
screwed up just a little bit.
up.
But yeah, Pokemon
Uh,
Go, sometimes I'll open it up and play it a lot and then just not for a very long time.
Yeah, that's essentially how I am with it. It's just occasionally it's like, oh yeah, I wonder if there's any Pokemon around me that I don't have, and usually it's like, oh yeah, there's a couple, there's a few. And then I might see if any of my friends have sent gifts, and I'll try to, send gifts back.
Yeah, I absolutely don't have the inventory for gifts now because I just don't use it enough. And I would
God,
do that, and it's just like, oh, my inventory is just full now.
yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing. It was just like, oh, I didn't have like the money, or I didn't want to use the money in order to